Okay, let's try this again. I I just recorded a whole video about the Nintendo Switch 2 pre-order fiasco going on right now, and apparently I set my shoot mode to be apparently I set it to slow mode, and that doesn't record audio, and that was just gonna be a nightmare to do. So I'd rather just do a truncated version than try to play around with that. So we recorded last night. We ended up finishing our recording literally at like 11:58 p.m. And so we jumped on top of the Nintendo Switch pre-orders pretty quickly, like at midnight. And as I am not shocked about, I fully expected, the second midnight hit, every site went down. Like every site either had crazy insane loading times or just straight up wouldn't load at all. It was, oh, I hate doing this. I hate the pre-order cycle for brand new consoles. It is getting ridiculously frustrating every time. So Walmart and Target, technically, so it was supposed to be Walmart, Target, and Best Buy. We're all supposed to go live last night at midnight, with GameStop going live today at 11 a.m. I'm recording this at 12:25. Anyway, Walmart and Target had their pre-orders available immediately, as far as I understand. I put my hope into Best Buy, which may have been a good decision or not. I'm not entirely certain, because Best Buy, even though they were supposed to go live at midnight along with Walmart and Target, they didn't actually have their pre-order go live until about 12:30-ish. In that, I got to it about 6 minutes late, which may as well have been 3 weeks late. But when I finally got to it, it put me in a digital queue. And so what I was hearing, and shout out to the guys at Tom's Guide for the live updates and just kind of keeping on top of all of this. That is absolute goated behavior. Live update. Let's see here. At 11 a.m. Master Visual ready to stealth restock. Okay, looks like basics. So it looks like there might be restocks. People might be canceling orders, or orders might be getting canceled. Anyway, so Best Buy went live about 30 minutes after everybody else did. I hopped in, got in the digital queue, and pretty much waited in the digital queue for like 40 minutes, just waiting on the screen saying, hey, you're in line. We're going to check and verify your account. And we're going to kind of compare it against stock, and we'll get back to you. At about, it was about I would say about 1:15, 1:20. The pages I had up, I had a page up on my phone and I had a page up on the browser. And those pages, I was checking back and forth with a lot of things. We were wrapping up with the recording and trying to get everything squared away. And I would look at my phone, see that I was in queue, eventually got a message saying hey, we're just checking inventory and it's gonna take a few minutes to verify everything. I had those up on my screens, and then I look away and I look back about a minute later, and I'm just on an empty cart page. I have not seen anything saying that, hey, I wasn't certain if I was looking at you had your opportunity, you had like 10 seconds to claim it and you didn't, so you got kicked out. But I was able to rejoin the queue, and then I was looking at the browser version, and kind of the same deal. It still said that I was still in the queue, and then look away, look back, all of a sudden I'm on an empty cart page. So I have no idea what happened there. Whether I had an opportunity and just missed it, I don't know. It was literally, I was checking these things at like 10 to 15 second intervals. I have absolutely no idea what happened. But anyway, got in queue, eventually had both of them in queue again. And eventually I did get a window that said, unfortunately, we are out of stock. And at that point, it kicked me out of queue again. So that was different than the first time around. I don't know what happened with the first one. I don't know if something either glitched out or I missed it. If there was a window to hit a accept button, it had to be like a 10 second window. I hope not. Well, I hope a lot of things, but point being, it's really difficult to get a Nintendo Switch 2, both the base console and the bundles. It's sounding like getting just the console itself has been a bit easier because everybody's flocking to the Mario Kart bundle. But either one, they're both pretty much unavailable. We're going unavailable pretty much immediately. I gave up at about 2 o'clock in the morning and decided to just go to bed. I refreshed my phone a couple times while I was lying in bed before I went to sleep, but I ultimately gave up on that endeavor. When I woke up today, I woke up at about 10 and I checked Tom's Guide, and they were saying that some pre-orders kept coming back up. So like it kept like a pre-order, a slot or two would open up, but they would get it snatched immediately. I kind of got prepared, got ready for the 11 a.m. for GameStop's live, and pretty much the exact same thing happened. At 11 a.m. on the dot, site immediately crashes, like just immediately stops working. I keep getting thrown to a bad gateway error. Sometimes if I would refresh, it'll bring me back up to the page, but it wouldn't show that the pre-orders were available yet. And it was just this constant cycle for, I would say, about, honestly, like 25 to 30 some odd minutes, if not more, of a constant cycle between page open, not available, nothing available, to bad gateway, just straight up, we cannot reach the host type thing, right? And I was confirming this with Tom's Guide of them also seeing the error pages. That went on, I would say, until about 11:40-ish. When did they show that they got it? Yeah, at about 11. Yep, at about 11:40. I guess some people were starting to get like transmission. Now, I didn't get this one. It is a error that says transmission problems, and I never got a chance to see this. I could never even get the pre-order button to show up, so I don't know what this one was. At about 11:45, Tom's Guides showed that they actually had success getting one into the cart. Now, what I'm seeing here is it was the base console. It was not the Mario Kart bundle, which seems to be basically immediately just gone in an instant. Lord knows how. But there was a couple opportunities, and they're pretty much saying, as a matter of fact, as of not even that long ago, this is 12:30, as about 20, just shy of 30 minutes ago, there was a random restock on the Walmart website of a Mario Kart World bundle. So at this point, it just seems to be kind of a lottery. And so it's long story short, it is the new console cycle. It is a thing that happens literally every time a brand new console comes out. I say console, don't call me on that, console. Every time a brand new console comes out, this is the crapshoot that we go through. And honestly, I shouldn't be shocked or even perturbed by it, but I'm so tired of this. I don't know logistics well enough. I know nothing about logistics or how like supply and demand, like this kind of stuff works from a manufacturing standpoint. What I don't understand is if we have to pay in full for the console anyway, and the point is to combat scalpers. The only way scalpers work, which we saw reports of that throughout the night, of like immediately like consoles were going up at like a 60 to some odd, sometimes like 70% markup on eBay for Switch 2 consoles. And if scalpers only work when they're able to suck up what's available and sell them out at a markup. Pre-orders, we're pre-ordering as literally to hold it till it comes out, right? And every website I've been to so far, Walmart, Best Buy, Target, GameStop, shockingly, Amazon doesn't even have a listing for the Switch 2s at all, which is interesting. Newegg and Sam's Club have pages up. I don't know. I don't think they're doing pre-orders. I don't understand why, and maybe this is just fanciful thinking of a layman consumer, right? If I have to pay up front anyway, why are we not doing this mid-production when at that point you have an accurate number of people that are willing to get one day one? If anyone is like an expert in this, I would actually love to know, why do we do pre-orders this way? I understand the need to like generate hype for stuff, but it that makes sense. I feel like the pre-orders is the hype generation, is to do the pre-order. You don't need to hype the hype. At least that's how I feel currently. I could be absolutely wrong. I know nothing about the world of manufacturing, so I would love to hear from somebody on it, an expert on that matter. But to me, it's just, if I have to pay for it up front, I'm not pre-ordering, I'm pre-buying. And if I'm not gonna, and oh, that was the other thing. There's a lot of reports of, and I think Nintendo has made an official report now that some people might not get consoles day one, even though they pre-ordered it. Even people with confirmed pre-orders might not get them by the actual release date, which means that we're not pre-ordering, we're essentially prepaying for a console and then getting it as it becomes available. Like my next best hope right now is to get one through the Nintendo Store sign up, which I did pretty much the day that went live. And I'm now hearing that even if I did, like, some people might not even get an email by day one. They might get their email post launch, which is kind of ridiculous. If like, what was the point? Like, what's the point of doing all this if it's all just going to be a crapshoot anyway? So I don't know what else to say. I'm still refreshing GameStop and kind of keeping an eye on Tom's Guide and some of the updaters on when things come available, as we are seeing consoles just randomly get put back in rotation. Like, you can't add to your cart right now. I just got the pre-order button from Walmart that was not available a second ago on the Mario Kart bundle. Like, this is live right now at 12:35. Somewhere around 12:35, one became available again, but it was gone immediately, which I'm sure there's people with like bots that are scoping this stuff. But yeah, so I guess the best to do is just keep trying and maybe you'll get lucky. It's all lottery odds at this point. It's not fun. It doesn't feel good. I wish we would do this in a different way. I don't know really what we can do about it. So if you want more updates, from me, subscribe to the channel. Absolutely. A like even, or just a comment. This is a brand new channel. I have barely, I think I have barely like 10, 11 subscribers, probably even less if I put this up on a different channel. It helps me out immensely for any engagement. I'll be back with more news about the Nintendo Switch 2 and this whole pre-order fiasco if there's more to talk about. If anything interesting comes up from Tom's Guide, I'll definitely, Walmart's still in the game. See, they just caught it too. I'll definitely be coming back with more. If you're still hoping for it and still trying, best of luck to you. But yeah, anyway, I'm Blitz. I'm out. Take care.